to my latest series here. This is going to be a continuation from episode 1 of the For Richer or Poorer, or From Richer or Poorer series. So basically, what we're doing here is we're following the Richies. The Richies are a family that went from like high society up in Windenburg to like magical, like everything, butlers, maids, the whole works. And now, unfortunately, because they've both been um, kind of, in straits, um, the gal here, Toola Richie, she unfortunately hasn't had a real job, so to speak. So she just kind of makes crafts and does the basics just of things and skills that she knows how to do. And then we also have her husband, which is Mondo Richie, and he was kind of the primary breadwinner here in the family. And so Tula didn't really need to like worry about making any sort of money until he was laid off and unfortunately kind of got fired too because he made a lot of bad decisions at work. And so he's now trying to make a life for them together, but she's kind of had to help pitch in to make the ends meet. So we're not really sure yet if they're really going to make it, or if she's even going to be able to stay faithful and keep her vows, or if he can keep his vows. So we're just kind of, watching the story progress and see how she's going and how he's going as well in the relationship. So if you could like or subscribe, comment, I feel free, let me know kind of what you guys think about this series. I've seen a lot of different series and challenges and things like that, but I wanted to make things that seem more real to life, especially in the current situations that we have now with over 20 million people unemployed and that sort of thing. And fortunately, I'm not one of those folks, but I thought at the same point, I thought maybe this might help folks sort of have a little bit of comic relief to the situation that's going on here. So I am playing this family. And right now, we've already had the episode 1 where we kind of established the family a little bit. They've moved into what they could afford, and they gave up their glamorous lifestyle and their bougie antics, and just sort of, kind of took over this sort of dumpy house. And I wouldn't even say they necessarily purchased it as much as took it over because they felt entitled. And that's kind of like another whole can of worms for them, is that they felt so entitled that they felt like, their poo didn't stink, and so to speak. So now we're kind of seeing how they're really getting along, and eventually hopefully we can make this lot into something beautiful and fancy, and hopefully they can use their influence and their expertise in control, and then also in kind of rallying people together to maybe make a positive change to their neighborhood, because that's really ultimately what they're looking for. But right now, they're, just kind of doing the grind, the day to day, just trying to make it through a little bit, to the point of where they even had to downsize to just a college dorm refrigerator, which does act the same as a regular refrigerator, but with obviously far less space to hold everything. We've had to give up some windows and a few other things that were in the house just so that they could sort of have a little bit of extra money. So now we're up to $4,000, and I'm thinking about it like 10 grand. They'll be able to maybe, expand the house a little bit and have a little bit more to kind of start restoring back their value and also their lifestyle. And so, you kind of look around, and the house is obviously very, very basic right now because, again, this is all they could afford when they downsized. And so it's kind of like a cracker box house, so to speak. So she kind of got upset, Tula did, at her husband Mondo, because he did go out and spend way too much money on a flat screen TV that they just really didn't have the extra money for. So then they had to go and kind of sell some other things from their house, like rugs and other decorative pieces. And then it's really hard for Tula to adjust to this because she's used to that bougie lifestyle, that extravagance, and she really wants a lot of art and she really wants a lot of personality to this space, but unfortunately they just cannot afford it right now. So we're going to kind of see, whether or not they can stay faithful to the cause and their vows that they originally set when they got married years ago, right fresh out of high school. They just had a lot of ambition and he kind of came from money. So she's like, hey, like this is the perfect fit for me. But now she's kind of like questioning whether or not it really is or not. And so he's kind of like tried to mingle a little bit into streaming and that sort of stuff. And she's trying to educate herself and learn more. But really, all she knows right now is how to like do flower arrangements. And she's good at painting because those were sort of her pastimes and hobbies before all this happened. So now she's trying to take her hobbies and cultivate those into making money. So that's kind of helped a little bit in making ends meet, but they're still having a challenge and trouble on really affording their bills. And then after that, they don't really have a lot of extra money right now to, zhuzh up the house or do anything extra. So we're trying to see what all they can really get by with and what they can do to really improve their lives. So she's, put some community votes in now to try and improve the neighborhood and help her husband really get a lot more money in his life and in the work that he does as well. So let's see here. So he's taking a shower right now. And we're going to let her just kind of, obviously coming right home from work. He's a civil engineer or what is it? I think it's like civil engineer sort of thing. Civil designer is what it's called. Yeah. So he kind of goes and helps the neighborhood become a better place. But there's all this garbage and stuff that just keeps like accumulating in their area. And let's see here. She needs to pitch that. Ew. She's super bored. And see, like I said, she is very uninspired by the decor because she's like a super snob and like all she had to worry about before was raising money for charities that were questionable, those like foundations that you're not really sure what they go to or how they spend their money. Those are the sort of parties and things that she would throw just so that she could show face and kind of feel important, even though she wasn't necessarily important. So, what are her motives? So, she wants to travel to the club, of course, buy an expensive object that she can't obviously afford right now. And then she also wants to drink some nectar or something fancy. But again, we can't afford that. This is their little dining area, eating kitchen, the living room, and then, of course, their little bedroom, bathroom, and then like a hallway. Don't have a lot of money, a lot of stuff going on right now. Let's see here. So he's still showering. About done with that, it looks like. Yep. All right, cool. Okay, so let's go with she's obviously like got to eat something. It looks like she's just having a grilled cheese. No, eggs and toast. But she's a good cook. And it looks like it's vegetarian safe. However, that doesn't make any sense because it is eggs. And the last time I checked, like vegetarians didn't necessarily eat eggs, but she's not a vegetarian, so I guess that it's like whatever. She's gonna need to go ahead and probably make some more art just so they can get going with some extra money today because her husband still isn't making the bacon. Like he's just got enough to kind of get by, but nothing more than that. I don't know why this little tile here, that kind of bugs me too. Like this little tile here didn't change. So I'm gonna change that real quick. Okay, cool. So she's gonna start a little painting to hopefully make some extra cash so they can afford to like have a decent house. Not nothing anywhere close to what she's used to because she had like a ginormous house with way too many rooms that she had to hire like multiple maids and a butler and everyone to kind of keep track and keep clean of the house. But okay, so it looks like he's now finished cleaning up, but he is starving. And again, he's like really upset about like the basics of their house and how like lame it really feels. So he's gonna cook himself a meal because again, like he doesn't necessarily rely on his wife to fill his needs, but their relationship is kind of like on the teeter right now, definitely on the rocks. She just kind of slapped her tile here too. She's like, no matter what, I'm the rich girl. Like I am fabulous. I am famous. Like durr. So, and it looks like they're both like super uncomfortable. Like they're tired as well. So, ooh, she's like super happy, snobbily surrounded because her husband's also a snob. So she's like really like glad to kind of, have someone and kind of, be in the company of someone else that's super snobby, which I'm like, really now? Oh, and he's already hungry again. So let's go ahead and just maybe cheat this out. Like, I don't really necessarily want to cheat their money and stuff, but on the same point, like I really want them to be able to at least not be hungry and that sort of thing. I feel like like in general in life, you're going to be able to meet those needs of being able to eat and that kind of stuff. And they have all the ability, but I don't want to spend all day like trying to, have them eat or have them use a toilet, that kind of thing, because we're more focused on seeing if they can really last and make the relationship work. And I feel like that would just be like an undue like stress on the situation and the relationship beyond like losing their money, losing their house, their his job, their security and everything. And I want them to really be able to focus on bigger things like trying to collect some coin. So it looks like she only made $405 out of this, but that's still better than nothing. Oh, I'm gonna have her sell this. She's the one that made it. Oh, see, so now, oh, I see. For some reason, that was weird. So, like, when she was gonna sell it, it was actually gonna be worth less money. Who is this girl? Oh. So I enabled the dramatic characteristic, which is from the Life of Drama mod. So you might see like random things like pop up in the neighborhood, which I feel like is more real life too, of like, hey, whoa. And then they are still super fab, super famous. We don't even really know necessarily how they got famous. It's more of just that they are famous and they were naturally born into that situation. And then she was like married into it because like he was super famous. So then she immediately became super famous. And I don't know why all these random people keep coming into our house. Oh, I see. He's a robber. Uh-oh. We don't want that. That's terrible. How scary. And this lady is like the cheater's secret relationship. Oh. Except I don't think we're really cheating yet, which that would be a shame. Like he should be honoring his vows. Yeah, see, so he's not the one cheating, and I don't think she is either. However, the relationship is on the rocks dramatically. Okay, so let's see here. I think we need to go and try and get some more stuff to recycle at this point. So I'm gonna send them off to somewhere to kind of collect more stuff so they can get some extra cash while he's off work. Let's look around the neighborhood and see if we can find a dumpster. Looks like this might be something over here. There's just so much trash still. We definitely need a referendum on this. Looking around. Need a dumpster. Oh, there's a community board. Don't know that we need to travel, but maybe we will. Next time I'm gonna have to travel for a dumpster because let's see here. Hmm. Is that a dumpster? Yes. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna send him over here to this dumpster. It's harder to see like at night, especially in this like dumpy neighborhood. Ooh, trying for a baby would be a bad situation right now. We can't even barely afford to take care of ourselves. Let's see here. Die for deals. Okay, so let's die for deals. What is he doing? No. Stop being pompous. Nobody wants a Karen. Let's see here. Ooh, and then I'm gonna have her go ahead and get the mail. So Toola's gonna get the mail. She's trolling the forums, but she needs to not be a troll. Don't be a troll. So she's gonna waddle on down there. Let's see here. She is like slow too. Moving slow. Let's see here. Collected everything from the mailbox. Okay, so what did she collect? 2 pieces of mail. Oh, fan mail. Open fan mail. Hey, I'm your biggest fan. I follow you, or I follow everything you do. Please give me your phone number. Pass. Open fan mail. We should like to see you more in Simstagram. I know you don't have a lot of time, but we love you. Heart, heart. Lovely. Okay, so then let's see here. Trash pile. Recycle. Compost. We're going to compost that and we're going to recycle that. Okay, cool. So we've got some bits and pieces now, which is exciting. So let's see here if I've got that. Okay. So then let's see here. So he's got to wash his hands now. He's like, ew, ew, what did I all touch? What did I even do? He's still kind of above looking through dumpsters and things for treasures, but you gotta go do some dumpster diving, dude. Like, you are not above that anymore. So let's go back to where that was. I've got to find it again. Ew, it's super dark. Is this something? No. Bummer. We've got to find this dumpster that he was just at. Not there. Is it over here? No. All these random trash piles too. It's like crazy how much junk is in this neighborhood. Like, it's kind of cool though, because like The Sims never used to have a lot of like NPC or like non-playable character content. It was like people, but not like things that people would do. So like what other people would do never really affected the world until now. So it's exciting to see, things kind of like happen with that. Let's see here. We've got to find the dumpsters. Okay, so let's see here. Dive for deals. And then we probably are gonna sort out recyclables too. So I know there's a dumpster there. What is he doing? No, go. Dumpster dove. From dumpster diving, the dirty birdie may have found some amazing treasures, but he still can't help but taste a tinge of something. Cameras love Mondo, and he loves the cameras. Wrapping the paparazzi around your finger leaves him excited. Let's see here. Uninspiringly decorated, of course, from being a snob, and then how pedestrian. These materials, how utterly pedestrian. Ah. Okay, and so now it's the Covered Bridge Festival from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. And if you saw my last stream, you'll see, in my last videos, you'll see that the Covered Bridge Festival kind of means a lot to me here in the Midwest. It's a big deal. People go and look at the bridges and there's like carnival stuff going on. There's like street vendors And then, of course, like your yard sale type stuff, just like a lot of everything. And I thought that that would really kind of mingle well in eco life, because some things are like, like secondhand items or vintage items that you may find. There's candle makers, there's all kinds of soap makers. You can find toasted nuts where they freshly like toast like pecans or almonds or whatever right there in a big old like cauldron sort of thing. So I thought that that would be a fun little holiday to have and experience. So they're going to go and appreciate stuff. So they appreciate bridges, and then they sing, which is very true. And then you enjoy the fire because it's like the last hurrah in October before, it gets too cold to even really go outside. So let's see here. He's already really like kind of pilfered that one. So it looks like he's got some baconite. Call the Geo Council about sample. So we're gonna see if this has any value. And then we have our drone. Common upgrade part. That's good. Robot salvage part. Ooh, those are some good pieces. Because we might be able to recycle that. And then let's see here. We're gonna compost this junk. Ah. Because right now we kind of want to build things that are gonna and make things that are really gonna start making us some extra money on the side. And she seems happy, which is exciting. So let's see if she's gonna go ahead and sell her piece. This is $1,500 alone just for this pristine masterpiece flower arrangement. She's really good at arranging flowers, making some good cash on that. So we're gonna go ahead and probably make another one. And we are coming into Christmas soon, so she better go ahead and get that on the works, because otherwise, like, why make stuff and then have it not even be available by holiday? So generally, like in retail, you start creating stuff in August or September then to sell in December. So that's what she's doing here. So we're gonna let her make her little flower arrangement. He's been out getting the random things that we can, maybe salvage for our recycling thing or our fabricator. Cool. So we need to go over to the recycling thing, I think, at this point, because if I try our fabricator, I don't think fabricate. So he's gonna we already tried the end table, but that didn't really bring us a lot of money. So let's go ahead and fabricated eco upgrade part. Ooh. Fabricated end table, fabricated bookshelf. So let's try making a bookshelf and just see if maybe that's gonna help us like have a little extra cash. Okay, so he won't even do that. I have no idea why. We'll find out. Might have to go home to do it. So let's bring him home. Yeah, it looks like because he's not even home. So he needs to come over. Okay, so now it looks like he's like within the realm of home. So let's go ahead and try fabricating something else once he gets back. He might not be in the mood. Who knows? It looks like he has enough supplies though. So, ooh, so she's got this nice little, ooh, so pretty, so pretty. Oh yeah. See, look. Oh yeah. Ooh, Mondo has earned $145 from his lifestyle brand. Wow. That'll definitely help a little bit. Every little bit helps. So she's gonna just be oogly-eyed and like super stoked over just having that. And then the paparazzi are still coming around and being like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna photograph you because there's, whatever. You're whatever people now, but we're still gonna photograph you because you're so famous and people are curious about what happened to you. That's kind of the thing. Like, there's a lot of celebrities that have made really weird choices, but yet and like aren't really famous and kind of fell out of the radar of the common public. But the paparazzi still follows them just to kind of say, like, oh my gosh, like, look where this person is now. And that's what's happening to them. So they're more of getting the pity party paparazzi at this point. So she's had a little bit of success with that, but I'm gonna have her turn around and make another art piece because we only have 6 grand. So she's gonna do a landscape painting because this kind of correlates with the Cover Bridge Festival event that we're having going on. So she's gonna spend some money doing that. He's out front, like just posing, but why? Because you're not even making any money from doing that. So this is our bill situation right now. We have almost $300 in lot taxes, -4 in money, -5 in water, tax breaks and penalties plus $61 because we have the career. And then also we have a due collector, but unfortunately it doesn't seem like our due collector is making any sort of money. So that's probably a problem. We're still not making that much money because it hasn't really rained much because of it being fall. Yeah, this has definitely helped his ego, that sort of thing, because, you know, he's kind of like really been in the dumps. So fabricate, bookshelf. Come on, do your bookshelf. No, he doesn't want to. Okay, so we're gonna see. Oh no, we already got more mail. Already more mail. Now what? Go away. Whoa. So he gets the mail, then he's already got to go and like be bougie. Stay tuned, and if you could, please like and subscribe, and I'd be grateful to have you back. Thank you guys so much, and you have a great day. Go on and do something magical and stay proud.